Joined today by the one and only Keith Urban. Firstly, congratulations on Graffiti U.
Thank you
Doing
very
well.
much.
People are loving it. I mean, in Canada, gold already.
Yeah.
Just from listening to the album, hearing the small little intro bits as well, it's clear you're having a really good time with it.
Yeah.
So my question is, after 9 albums, does it get easier, or is it still the same mindset when you step into the studio?
It's exactly the same mindset as far as just wanting to create. Yeah, and a big part of why the record's called Graffiti U was really seeing the record like a blank canvas, or seeing the studio like a blank canvas and coming in and just start throwing paint around and creating.
It's fantastic. Yeah. Now, I mean, a lot of people say you're a country artist, but going back to Ripcord, the album before this, and what you're hearing now, there's a lot of different facets. I mean, there's some country sound to it, but there's pop sounds and different things like that. Was there, like, when you tried to do this, when you tackled this for the first time, was there any kind of reservations, like, I don't know if this is going to take or not, or were you just like, you know what, this is me and people are going to take it or leave it?
Yeah, it's that.
There's that.
Had to be that, because
Yeah.
I think that, and again, coming back to the word graffiti, it just had to be personal expression that was honest to me. And I never critiqued anything as I was doing it. I always felt like, I think in creating in general, you've got to be just fluid and true and try any and everything. And then once it's done, I think that's a time for going, well, is that something I want to put out? Is it not what I want to put out? Is it? But the act of creating has to be absolutely uninterrupted by anything.
One of the songs on the album, the one I'm really digging right now, My Wave.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, it's got a great sound. It's perfect for right now. I mean, warm weather. It's got like kind of the Caribbean vibe to it.
Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit about how it came up? I mean, it's got a great message to go along with it as well. Now,
Thank you.
like, how did that come together?
I wanted to write something with a reggae feel, and had never written anything like that, but played all kinds of songs over the years like that, and thought it'd be good to write something, and what should we write about? And the idea for the song is, it became very personal in sort of my own sort of life philosophy, that I roll with the punches, I go with the flow. I used to fight against the tide, but I learned my lesson, and now I know there's a better way to live this life. Go to find your song and just sing it. So everything kind of started to be about just being in your own, just living life in your own terms, you know? It's, we live in such a strange time with trolls and dislikes and naysayers and shine blockers and
Right.
all the people whose opinions we so care about, and we should not give a crap about these people's opinions, you know, because the most important thing is just to be true to myself, no matter what it is. Just trying to be true to myself, and then that music will go out and find whoever it resonates with, and whoever it doesn't, it's not for them. That's okay.
That's fair. Yeah.
You know?
Now, did you always kind of envision having a little like rap spot in there with Shy?
Well, this guy called Shy Carter was one of the writers on the song, and he's just such a cool singer. And he said, man, we should do something in here, a little cool rhythmic thing. And I said, well, you should do it, just write whatever you want to write. I said, but if you would, can you start the line with, you got to watch out for the shine blockers? Because it's a line that Ben Mendelsohn, who's a great Aussie actor, had said to me umpteen years ago, and it's always stayed with me as being a great line, and a good piece of advice to watch out for the shine blockers.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You also have the song Horses on it, which ties into kind of the tour, because Graffiti U, you're out with Lindsay L in the Canadian dates. I mean, I've been following Lindsay for a long time. I mean, just incredible guitar talent, singer.
Excellent. Yeah.
And I'm just curious, when was the first time you really kind of had her on your radar?
Oh gosh, years and years ago. Because she's a great player, and there's not a lot of girl great players. There should be more. So we had. She was in Nashville. She lives in Nashville now. So I had this song Horses, which she had a connection to the song as well. And so I asked if she'd come and sing on it, and came over to the house and sang on it.
That's really cool. Now, I mean, every guitar player has something special about them, or a lot of people are like, oh, this guy's got a great full sound, this, that, and the other. Is there something about Lindsay's playing that really sticks out for you, that you're like, this is what I love about what she brings when she gets out there?
Just her melody, great melody, and just a good sense of rhythm, and I mean, because it's all connected. The way you sing, the way you play, it's sort of the sense of melody and phrasing, and she's great.
Yeah. Also going along with that, I mean, the announcement was out this morning. You guys are going to actually be at the CMAs performing, which is pretty special. I mean, a big deal for Canadian country fans. I mean, I'm sure you hear from Canadian fans all over the place. It's just a big moment. Is that the same kind of mindset for you today?
Yeah, I'm glad we're getting to do the CMAs and kicking off the tour with that too. Fantastic.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Now, if you mind, if we can kind of switch, because I mean, we're in Canada right now. Hockey being a big thing. I know you're a Preds fan. I am too, actually. Funny enough. So obviously
the
not.
The Jets are playing phenomenal.
They're solid.
Just killing it.
If we're gonna lose, we're gonna lose, right?
Can't deny that.
So you're watching it right now. Who would you like to see win for the Stanley Cup now with the 4 teams that are left?
Man, I think Tampa Bay's kicking it. But the Capitals are playing great too. Yeah. It's going to be tough. I'm not quite sure.
Right.
Not quite sure.
It's anybody's game right now.
Well, because so many of the people were predicting the Preds, and now they're gone, so everyone's recalibrating the predictions, you know.
No, I mean, it seemed like it was just last year where the attention went on the Predators because they made that amazing run, and people were like, oh, people actually like hockey in Nashville.
Right.
But can you remember like the first game you went to that it kind of sunk into you? Where like, this is awesome.
I went to a game with the Dixie Chicks, must be in 2001.
Okay.
Probably it was the first one I ever went to. Certainly didn't grow up with it in Australia. I mean, it's a bit like, you know, the Jamaican bobsled team down there, you know.
Yeah.
But it was I couldn't believe the energy in that arena was just insane.
It's nuts, yeah.
And then my wife is a real fan of hockey, so she got me back into it once we got married. She's like, we should go to these games. And we started going regularly, and then boom, we were hooked.
Yeah, I mean, it's incredible because it's like you guys are there, and then of course Kerry's been there, and Vince Gill's in the front row, just like slamming on the glass.
Vince is really the first one. He's the first one. Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
That's well, hopefully next year we can see a turnaround for them.
I hope so too.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, we got to talk guitars because you're a fantastic player yourself. In the album, you sampled. Mama Tried from Merle Haggard in Coming Home. So my question to you, I'm always intrigued by this for guitar players. What is your favorite guitar riff that maybe you didn't create? That's something that you're like, man, if I could have did that, that would have been awesome. Like, and maybe we don't need to go just straight country. It can be any genre. Is there something out there that sticks out? You're like, I wish I did that.
Well, certainly, David Gilmour's solo in Another Brick in the Wall is my number one favorite guitar solo of all time. The melody, the tone, the rhythmic structure, it's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. I've listened to that thing a gazillion times. It's faultless. And then everything comes after that. And that to me is like the defining
it's a good
amazing
choice.
solo.
That's fantastic, man. Well, I appreciate you taking some time to chat today. Congratulations on the success so far. And you know what, it's just going to go up from here. And you know what, it's going to be a fantastic tour as well.
Thank you so much.
Awesome.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.